to Art Fun with Mrs. Lombardo. Today we're going to learn how to draw lions. Did you know that a group of lions is called a pride? I'm not lying when I tell you we're going to have a lot of fun today. So let's get started. Don't forget to pause if you need more time. To draw our lions today, first let's start by dividing our paper in half. Match up the edges. Then you can open it up and you can fold it again. And this will give you 4 equal spaces to draw lions. I'm going to start in the first space here. You can draw with a pencil or a crayon. I'm going to start with a marker just so it's easier for you to see. And I'm also going to zoom in a little bit so you can get a nice close-up view of my first box. I'm going to start in the middle of this box here, and I'm going to make a large letter U. I need to leave some space at the top, so right about here in the middle. Up and around for the letter U. I'm going to put a top on that. And that gives me the face of my lion. It needs an ear on each corner up here at the top. I can double that up. Give me the inside of the ear. And right in the middle of this U, I'm going to put a V, little tiny V. Put a top on it, and that little triangle will become the lion's nose. Draw 2 lines that go up. And then from the bottom of the nose, I'm going to make the mouth. So it's just a little line down and another little line down. Are you starting to see our lion develop here? It needs eyes. You can make any kind of eyes that you like. I'm just going to do a simple dot and some whiskers. Now for the body of our lion, we're going to make this very simple. If I come straight down to where my fold in the paper is, I'm going to make 2 small circles right next to each other. That's going to be the lion's paws. That lion has some claws coming down. Make a few little lines for the claws. And then I'm going to make the side of the lion's body. So I'm going to start right here at the neck and come down. 1 on this side and another line on this side, and just draw a little line across the bottom so it looks like he's sitting down. Here I'm going to make another U shape, but this time upside down. Up and back around. So that shows where the legs and his little chest is. And my lion needs a tail. Lions have nice, long, skinny tails. I'm going to double that up right next to the last line. We want it to be nice and skinny. And I'm going to make a teardrop so it's pointy at the top and round at the bottom for where the hair is on the tail. You can draw the lines of the hair if you like. Give it some texture. And I can leave my lion like this. This looks like a girl lion. A lioness is a girl lion. But if I wanted to change this into the king of the lions, he would need a big mane around his head. You could start off with a circle, or you can make it fluffier by making kind of a cloud shape. So I'm going to do that. Start here, and I'm just going to get little bumps all the way around. That's half of it. Let's do some more over here. All the way around. And now my lion has a mane. That's the thick hair that goes all the way around my lion's head. Now on the next space, I'm going to make another lion This one is going to be roaring. Maybe he's a little angry, or he's telling everybody, hey, I'm in charge around here. So we're going to put this lion over here in the next space. Instead of the letter U like I did before, let's do something different. Let's make a rectangle. So that's a small line. I'm going to slide down right below it and make another small line. And then on the sides, it's going to be a little bit longer. That's what's going to make this a rectangle. 2 lines are shorter than the other 2 lines. Now, right in the middle, just like before, a little V for the nose. Put a top on it. But this time, instead of a little bit of a smiley looking face like this one, I'm going to make it look like he's roaring. So I'm going to go from the point of his nose down to this corner. Here we go. Point down to the corner. Come back up to that point and go down to the other corner. This is going to make the lion's mouth wide open with his teeth showing. You can add some fangs up here. Now that lion has a big mouthful of teeth, and he needs to look like he's angry. So if I just do little dots, that doesn't really look like an angry lion. But if I make a line above his eye that's angled, and it's angled downward, then he'll look like he's a little more angry. I'm going to put his whiskers going out. Just like before, give him some ears on each side of that corner. You can double them up. And just like before, he needs some paws down here with big claws. So here's his big claws. 1, 2, 3 in each foot. I'm going to make his body come down, right down near his feet. Close off the bottom so it looks like he's sitting down. And instead of having this nice little rounded area here, I'm going to do the same thing, but it's going to be jig-jaggedy. So a zigzag line. There we go. He also needs a tail. Nice and skinny and long, with the teardrop at the end for the hair. And give him some hair on his tail. And I want to emphasize that this lion is a lot more angry than this lion. So I'm going to make his mane very jagged. There. That makes him look a little bit more wild and crazy. Like he's roaring about something he's not happy about. Now we have 2 lions there. One looks a little bit more happy. Maybe we'll give him a little mouth open here. This one is less intimidating than this one, who looks like he's angry and roaring. Now let's move to the next space on our paper. Right here, I want to do a girl lion. A female lion is called a lioness. We're going to draw her and some little baby lions. Do you know what a baby lion is called? Baby lions are called cubs. So to draw our girl lion, our lioness, right here we're going to make a curved line for the top of her head and kind of a U shape underneath. But this time, instead of having this big open U, we're going to make one that's a little bit skinnier. There we go. It's a little bit smaller than the first one we did. She needs ears on the side of her head with the center doubled up. Just like before, she needs a nice big nose that looks like a letter V with a top on it. Her mouth comes down. She needs eyes and whiskers. Give her 2 or 3 on each side. Maybe even some little dots where the whiskers are. And how about a little bit of hair on the front of her head like this? Give her a little bit of a hairstyle. And there is the beginning of our lioness. Now, she is not as big and muscular as these 2 lions are. She's a little bit more narrow in her body. So let's give her a nice, long, narrow body. And her 2 paws, she has big claws just like those other lions. Lions have impressive paws. Here's the bottom of her. Give her her little belly area here. And she also needs a long tail. Make your second line right by the first line so it's nice and skinny. The teardrop shape at the top. I'm going to add a few more lines to show the hairs on her tail. And there is our dainty lioness compared to our big scary lion over here that's roaring and causing all kinds of problems. Now let's draw the cubs that go in this pride. Maybe we have here the lioness. This is the younger male. And here is the king of the lions telling everyone what to do. And down here are the cubs. I'm going to draw 3 cubs. So I need 3 small circles to show my little lions down here. So let's start with that. 1. And I don't know if you can tell, but my lion from home just came and joined the group. Here's Gigi joining in on the drawing. Let's move him out of the way. Come on, Gigi. There we go. Doesn't matter if they're a big cat or a little cat, they like to be in the middle of everything. So here's my first circle. Here's the second one. Try and keep them about the same size and shape. Now, our little lions need noses, just like the other lions. A little letter V for each one. A little top on each one. And their little mouth. You can make 2 lines that come down. You can make one maybe that's rounded. You can do any kind of mouth that you want to make them all their own little personalities and characters. They need some little dots around their mouth where their little whiskers would go. And their eyes. Don't make the mistake of putting the eyes too close in the middle. Lions have their eyes off to the side a little bit. It helps them see their prey. See what's going on around them. Now these are little guys, so they need a little bit bigger ears than you may have done on the big ones. So here we go. Little lion ears. And double them up. You can make them a little more pointy if you like. Experiment and see what you like. Not all of them look identical. They're all going to be a little different. Maybe this one's going to have some hair on his head. Maybe this one needs a little curl of hair on the front. There we go. Now, just like before, they need little paws beneath their heads. So let's draw 2 circles beneath their faces here. That would be their paws. And even little lion cubs have claws. So we're going to add their little claws. 2 or 3, maybe 4 on each hand. And then here's his body. Now these are little guys, so I'm going to make them a little rounded because they're not going to be sleek lions yet. They're still a little chubby because they're young. Make this one's body come down just like before. Now all we need to do are add their tails. It doesn't matter if the tail is on the left or the right, as long as they're skinny. The tail could be behind them if you want. They can come down here in front of them. Do whatever you like, as long as they're long and skinny. Put their little tuft of hair at the top. You can add little lines like you did on the other ones. Show some texture. You can even draw their little belly area here if you like. It's up to you. But there are our cute little lion cubs. And here is our pride of lions. Our whole group together. Now the fun part is coloring them in. Now, you can color your lions any way you like. I'm going to make mine look a little bit more on the realistic side. You can make yours pink and purple with yellow polka dots if you want. I'm going to use warm colors, which are reds, oranges, and yellows, and a little bit of brown to give them a more realistic look. Now, when you're coloring your lions, be creative as far as the materials you use. You can use markers, crayons, you can paint, do whatever you like to do. I'm going to add a little bit more detail to mine because I like to get as many colors on there as I can, even when I'm trying to make them look realistic. So I like to outline with the marker. Very carefully get the line just the way you like it. I'm going to use some brown here to emphasize the body of this lion and the tail. Be careful not to make the tail thicker than it already is. You want to keep it nice and skinny. And I'm going to outline its eyes a little bit more to give them more of that angry look. You can color the nose black or brown. I'm going to use brown. And then you can take a light brown or a tan color, even a peach, and depending on how firmly you press, if you press really light, that will help give you a tan color for your lion. So I pressed very lightly. I'm going to do the same thing down here on this lion's paws and on his chest and back here. By doing that lightly, when I go back with this tan or peach color, I can go over and fill in all those little spaces. And I get somewhat of an actual lion fur color. Lions can be brown, they can be golden. I've even seen lions that are reddish in color. Now I'm going to go back and use some of this golden yellow and just go over everything a little bit more, really filling in that space. And there's the beginning of my lion. Now I'm going to make this lion really emphasize the fact that he is angry by putting some red around the edge of his mane here. Red can signal anger or danger. Stop signs are red. Red means stop, slow down. This might be a dangerous situation. So I'm going to put some red on his mane. Then I'm going to go back and add some orange next to that. I'm not coloring in, I'm just drawing a thick line all the way around the edge. There we go. I can put a little bit on his tail. Same thing with the red, a little bit on his tail. Now I'm going to take my yellow and go around that also, all the way around the edge. And you can keep doing this back and forth, red, then orange, then yellow. When you get it where you like it, then you can fill in the rest with a crayon or with more marker. And that really gives him an impressive mane. If you want it to be a little bit more realistic, you can add a little bit of brown to it. Just keep layering your colors until you get it the way you like it. I'm doing a zigzag line when I color to make it look like the fur coming out. So just a zigzag back and forth like this. There we go. And that's filling in. It looks a little bit more like fur around his head there. Now to make these teeth show up, I'm going to fill in the mouth. You could use red or you could use black. Purple is really good sometimes. It gives a nice shadowy color in the background. The most important thing is to color it in completely and make those white teeth pop out against that dark background. There's our first lion. He does look angry. Look and see if there's anything left that you did not color. Any little white spots you need to fill in. And there he is. That's our first lion. Thank you, Gigi, for being a good helper today. Thanks for visiting Art Fun with Mrs. Lombardo. Remember to do a little bit of art every day and share what you've learned with someone you love.